Welcome back. Last minute living again. We've done a bit of traveling over the last few weeks. It's time to get back home, get stuck into some jobs. So we're at the back of my car again. We are doing another modification. I've picked up some drawers from a friend of mine, secondhand XTM Drawers. Got them in the back, and today we are going to be installing them. Fingers crossed, shouldn't be too hard. I got a bit of silicone, got some bolts. The only issue we're going to have is underneath lining up in the gaps because there's a couple of strengthening rails that run down the back. So we just need to make sure we're not hitting them because otherwise we won't be able to put the nut on the bottom. But otherwise, I'm feeling pretty confident that we should be able to get these knocked out. But first things first, we're going to take the tops off and the drawers out. So that's what I'm going to be working on for now. We'll see how we go. I'm under a bit of time restrictions today, but we'll try and get as much as we can done. If not, we'll finish it up tomorrow, and we'll definitely give a bit of a run through on what I'm thinking for the first trial. So we're going to put them in. They are a bit shorter. You can get longer ones for a ute, but these ones are just shorter, allowing me to put some stuff behind it. I'm going to work in with a 12-volt system that I'm going to be working on a little bit later on. But for now, let's get the tops off, let's get the drawers out and start cracking on with lining up these drawers where we want to put them and getting these holes marked out. So with this thing pulled apart, as you can see, this particular one has a chopping board, comes out, so that's going to be a little bit of extra that we're going to have to worry about. The idea is now, as you can see, is it gives me access down here to the little channels that you put your bolts in, and channel there, channel right at the back. The idea is to line them up. We're going to put some washers, bits and pieces, and that will go straight into the peaks, I'm hoping. So plans to put them on the peak so it's a bit more flush, and then we'll have to go underneath, basically put the bolt on and do the rest. So we'll get the other one over the back there ready to go. We'll line them up. I'll jump underneath, try and get an idea of where these supportive struts are going to be, and then we'll start marking out some holes. I believe these things you can chop and change, so we might need to move it up a bit further. We might actually end up moving that one up a bit further just to keep it a bit more central, I suppose. So we'll go a couple there, probably a couple towards the back. I'm only going to put 4 in. I don't think it really needs much else. They're pretty heavy as it is. If we need to add more, we can later on down the track. So let's get the other one stripped. Let's get it marked up, positioned. We'll have a look at what we're working with. Alright, change of plans. I'm going to now make a false floor. We had a bit of leftover wood in the shed. Pretty much torn that down. I'm going to cut it. It's going to go the length of the tray. I'm going to put 2 little flip out stoppers, which will stop it from sliding out when I open the drawers. And it's not going to go back because it's going to be flush up against the tray. So that way I can flip up the 2 sides, pull the whole thing out, and use my ute as a ute. So a bit of extra work, but it's probably going to be a bit handy in the future. So let's cross our fingers and hope it goes well. But that's the plan we're going to work on now. So I'm just going to cut it to size, slide it in, do another cut. Then we could probably go to Bunnings, get some hinges if we have time. Make a couple little flaps, stop it coming out. And yeah, put the drawers onto the wood, not through the tray. Right, so we cut this to size, fits really good. I just putting the drawers on there now just to size them up. Basically, I'm going to get the bolts come up from underneath in the little channels. Should hopefully come through pretty easy, and then we're going to hopefully have enough room on the side for a little hinge that's going to drop down, and it'll go hard up against there, which will sort of allow me to open and shut the drawers. And then this whole thing should be removable. So I'm going to put the drawers in, measure them up, see what we're working with, and go from there. So drawers are in, flush, where I want them, even-ish on both sides. So now I'm just going to look down the barrel like that, look for the little indents, and then try and line them up with some of the mounting holes here, and that's how we're going to put them in. Got some holes marked up there and there, should line up with the gullies in the back of the tray. It's going to do the back as well, and then I might drill those ones out, put the bolts in the front. I need to go and get some longer bolts. So I need to head back to Bunnings. I need to get some longer bolts because I didn't know what size. So I've got these ones, 4, but I'm going to need another 4 for the back. So I'll put them in. That'll keep them in place. We need some hinges for the sides to make a little flap downs, and should be all sweet. So fingers crossed we can get those hinges on, get them working nicely. So let's see how we go. Alrighty, holes are done. Getting a bit late in the night. Not really, it's 5:15, but we're getting into winter, so starting to get shorter days. But got the holes drilled out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the drawers in. I'm going to do the back one up, just because then I can slide it out a little bit, not have to come all the way out with the frames on it. So I'm going to do the backs now, get them up, get them fastened. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'll head to Bunnings. I'll get the new bits and pieces that I need. I was thinking about washers. Don't think I'm going to need them just because I'm only really stopping at moving side to side, up and down. I don't think there's going to be that much on them. I might get some anyway. But other than that, I think 4 bolts are going to do it. And yeah, it's going to be good having some drawers in there. Obviously going to be changing the setup a bit, so I usually rock, the big box in the back, so we're going to be putting that kind of stuff into canvas bags. I do have some, may need to purchase some more. We'll load them all up in there. I did test with the fridge on the slide. That seems to work really good. Mosquitoes are out already, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting some drawers in, and yeah, getting a bit more of a different setup going. So forever changing, but here we are. So let's see if we can get these drawers in, or at least one of them, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we are back, new day, next day. So been to Bunnings, picked up the remainder of the bolts that I need, and we picked up some hinges. So the idea, like I said yesterday, bit of timber from here to lock it in against that tailgate, and same over there. That's going to allow me to slide that whole drawer system out and put it back in as I please. So a little bit extra mucking around now, I think it's going to make a lot more sense down the track. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get these last little bolts in, and then we'll come back and start working on that little tab that I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put obviously the hinges there. It'll be able to flap up and down as we need. Slide it out. Happy days. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's get that on the go. So drawers are now done. We can slide them in. It's pretty much how it's going to work. We're just going to put, I don't really need to, but just when I'm opening the drawers, when the drawers are in there, it's going to be just to give it so it doesn't slide out, basically is the idea. And maybe next camping trip we go on, we'll run through what we've actually got and where and why. So yeah, obviously battery's going to be going on the side there. I'm looking at some different options, magnets for solar converters and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of trial and error, a bit of fun, but let's get these hinges on and see if this plan actually is going to work. And that is going to stop it from sliding forward. So happy days. I might have to address the little screws sticking out. Scratching a little bit on the tray, but not a huge lot. Shouldn't do while we're actually driving, which is the main thing I was worried about. So yeah, let's do the other side and then get the drawers in and get the tops back on, ready to rock and roll. A little unorthodox, but it is going to work for what I want to do. And that way pop that up, and boom, we'll be able to slide that whole thing out. That's just really locking it in case the drawers get a bit jammed, but that's going to do the job. Like I said, a bit unorthodox way of mounting these. Going to work for me, hopefully. We might have to come back if it doesn't work. We'll do something else. I think this video has gone on probably long enough. I'll give you a quick look at how it's all running. But I might do an actual review separate to this because some people probably don't want to see the install. Some people probably don't want to see the review. So I haven't seen anything like this on YouTube. I've seen a couple of people going straight through tubs or raising them up. So here we go. The basics. We have drawer number 1. I've just got some little bags in there that I'll probably use later on. We have chopping block. Comes out. Look, probably not that sturdy. Might use it for a bit of bait. We'll see how we go. Or yeah, just throwing bits and pieces on there. Don't know how well that's going to work. Fridge slide. I have put the fridge on there, sized it up. It's going to work really good, so I'm happy about that. I just need to get some eyelets, eye bolts on a little track T, like a T track system, same as what you put on your roof racks. Pretty much an exact replica on this side. Same deal. We've got the chopping block in there and the fridge slide. I might get some, I think they're called wolf packs. Can't quite remember the name, but I'm probably going to get some of them. They'll sit in the middle, be tied down. Same with the fridge, they'll get tied down. Plenty of space there for me. Battery, bottle opener there if you dare need to. One thing I didn't notice before when I opened this, when I had it flush on the tray, the drawer was coming out, hitting my clips from my bag. So that's really handy now that it's raised up a little bit more. Totally misses it. Slide straight in, no problems at all. There's only one thing left to do. I'll be back in a sec. Let's put the final touch on these drawers. The final touch, last minute living sticker. There it is. XTM drawers installed. So far, pretty happy with them. Like I said, once I get some use out of them, we'll talk about it again. I won't bore you with a review now. I'll use it a bit, and we'll come back, do a separate video, because some people want to see it installed, some people just want to see the review. That way, 2 separate videos, you can't get confused. But that's going to end another episode of Last Minute Living. We've been pumping through a lot. We're starting to get into winter. I'm undecided as of yet, debating whether to go to fortnightly videos through winter. Obviously, it's a bit harder to get out and about with rain, things like that. I mean, I'm going to try my hardest. I'm still going to do as much as we can do. I definitely want to get some more camping on. I'm looking at possibly getting a new swag, so we'll see how that goes. I do have to clean mine, so that'll be next on the cards. I'll be giving that a clean, but we'll have a look at what we're going to do after this. We've got a few things in the pipe work, so yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Another episode, guys. Really appreciate the support. It's been a bit of a YouTube community been rolling around the last week or so. A few things happening within some WA YouTubers, so it's good that everyone's banding together and just looking out for each other. It's really good. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you on the next episode. Who knows what we'll be doing? I might try and get out, but we'll see. Let's hope the weather permits. So we'll see you on the next one, guys. Catch you later.